All right, let's look at homework 8, problem number 3. All right, so we have two simple pendulums of length L1 and L2, and the locations are different. So the distance from the center of the earth is different. So you have R1 is the distance for the other place, R2. All right, then we want to look at the ratio between the two periods. All right, so let's do that. All right, so let's start with the equation. So I'm gonna just do L1. So first pendulum. So the equation is going to be L1 theta double prime plus G theta equals 0. All right. So we can just divide through by L1. So you have equation theta double prime plus G over L1 theta equal to 0. Right? So remember that the omega is the square root of this guy. So this tells you that omega. So I should probably call it omega 1. So this is a circular frequency. Is going to be square root of G over L1. Right? Then if you want to find the period for this guy, so it's going to be T1 is simply 2 pi over omega 1, which is going to be, let's see, so you have to divide, so it's going to be a 2 pi, right? Dividing by this is the same as multiplying by reciprocal, so I would probably have to put the L1 on top and the G on the bottom, right? And once you have that, then we have to take take this guy into consideration, right? So G is going to be, so I'm going to actually go down here, right? So T1 is equal to, right? So you have a 2 pi, right? You have a square root. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So you have a L1 is on top, right? But here, G is actually depends on the distance from the center of the earth. So it's going to be G is a constant, M is a constant over, but the R is different for this guy. So R1 squared. All right. So you can see that this is going to be, all right, we can just, so this is same thing as dividing by 1 over R1 squared is multiplied by R1 squared. So, and then there's a square root, so you can pull that out. So 2 pi R1, all right, then you have a square root of, and you have L1 is on top, and a GM is on the bottom, right? So this is going to be period T1, right? And you can see that you can find that T2, right? So T2, by the similar calculation, you can kind of make educational guess. 2 pi is going to be there, and R is going to be now R1 is going to be now R2, and L1 is going to be L2, and a GM, those are the same constant. All right, then I'm pretty sure you can go from there. All right, so that's it. I hope that this will get you going.